So that really motivated me to get my real estate license, to help people and not be that person.
So that's shifting to real estate now. And when did you become, I guess, fascinated and or obsessed with helping others kind of achieve their lifestyle and owning real estate?
It's a really great question, actually. I bought my first property when I was 20. I was in college at the time, and a friend of mine had bought, he was a few years older, and I was so motivated to own my own property because my landlord was not taking care of the property I was renting. And I wanted something that would offset my mortgage because I was going to school full time, not making a lot of money. And I decided to buy a triplex, and the 2 units in the back I found would pay almost all my mortgage. I mean, I had to pay my taxes still and maintenance and everything, but I bought my first property and kind of fixed it up. And I ended up not knowing anything about rental property. And my mom was very sick at the time. My dad was working far away. And so I was kind of on my own. I bought this property. I moved in some tenants, and I didn't know anything about screening, and nobody had taught me about screening. And first of all, the realtor that I had bought from did some things that I didn't think were right. So that really motivated me to get my real estate license, to help people and not be that person. And then the other thing is taking care of that triplex was really interesting because I didn't screen as well as I could, and I believed people too much. I believed what they told me. So when I went in there and rented out one of the units, I found out that my tenants had destroyed the property. And I couldn't evict them. I had to go to court, and it just taught me a lot. And now today, when I have people with multifamily property, I stress how important screening is because I've been through it personally. And the fact that I've had that experience, you always say you want to learn from others, but I learned the hard way. So I try to teach people that and tell them, screening is probably the most important thing when renting to tenants.
Excellent. And by the way, you can learn more about Kristina at yourlifestyleliving.com. That's yourlifestyleliving.com. I think it's so true, right? Until you've had, or your close friend or family has had that experience. And by the way, I grew up in rentals and custom homes development with my dad. So very similar, I think your family owns real estate as well. And so as a part of that, you get firsthand experience of like the horror stories, right? Or you do it yourself and you're like, oh man, and now you have that with you that you can take that experience for your clients.